I have completed 100% of the Vera Plains, and was it worth it? I honestly cannot give you an exact answer because it really depends on your situation, but hear me out. Before giving you an answer of if it's worth it for you to 100% the Vera Plains, I would like to go over all the rewards that you actually receive from doing the 100%. Now, the biggest change they actually introduced is that you do not get dark crystals from purple and golden supply pots, which in comparison to the artificial islands is a huge change. What they changed is instead of getting dark crystals, you receive rare coins, 20 out of purple supply pots and 50 out of the golden ones. These can be used for a gacha pot system which can give you an additional rewards. Now with your 100% the Vera Plains, you receive a total of 4,200 Vera coins, which is around 8-10 time pulls, since one costs around 500 Vera coins. Now the thing is, I got out of my 8-10 time pulls from the gacha system, nothing. And I mean nothing. Not a single golden good reward. I did not get any dark crystals, which you can actually get from that pod system. I did not get any nucleus besides one golden nucleus, which I'm not even gonna count, because for 8-10 time pulls, I think that's not even worth mentioning. And in my opinion, it's a scam. So I'm not gonna include this one into my calculation, but it can change your outcome of 100%ing Vera Plane. You might get lucky, you might get an additional 300 dark crystals, which isn't too bad, I guess, but that's still 300 dark crystals that you got more than I did. So that's a difference you need to keep in mind for yourself. So I'm not gonna include these. Now what you do get guaranteed is 75 golden nucleus. You get 35 out of the basic nucleus flying around on the map, and you get a 30 from the golden supply drops, which is 75 in total. Now, if you really 100% Vera, you are most likely to get 80 because there's new mini boss or targets that are like an artificial island, small bosses just roaming around the map. Now, in the Vera Plains, there are actually 30, and each one of them gives you a challenge in the terminal, which has around 7 XP for the terminal rank up. And if you do the math, that's not 90, wait, that's around, no, actually, that's around, I can't do the math honestly, but you are most likely to rank up in the terminal. And that gives you the additional 5 nucleuses, golden ones, 5 proofs of purchases, as well as, if you're not high enough, the additional mushroom for additional endurance of your character. You also receive 467 purple nucleus, which sounds insane, but remember the odds on purple nucleuses are much lower. Now, you get 332 nucleus flying around the map, as well as 135 out of the purple supply pods, which in my opinion gives you somewhat of a good chance to get at least one SSR in the purple summons. Now for dark crystals, you do get 240 dark crystals from the scenic points, just like on every other map. You also get 900 dark crystals as a milestone reward. So basically, from if you reach 80% in, let's say, the sandstone grounds part, you get 300 dark crystals. Now, if you 100% it, you get 900. So that's a sum of 1,140 dark crystals, which honestly is disappointing, especially for free-to-play player like me that is saving all his dark crystals right now. I'm not spending them at any banner, because I'm still waiting for that one banner to actually really catch my eyes and makes me want to at least 5-star unit. So that is a really insane gap of dark crystals if you compare them to the artificial island ones. As well as you got red nucleus from the artificial island quests. Well, they're not quests, but these small quests you had to follow to the different islands that were shielded. Now here, you get 6 red nucleuses from the milestones as well as 6 proof of purchases. Now, that is also very little if you think about it in comparison to the artificial island rewards. Now that we went over all the rewards that you can get from 100%ing Vera, what did I get? Now, I did my opening on stream, which is Twitch TV vSanjin with a 1. I leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. I'd be thankful if you join in to the stream. Maybe if you have questions, feel free to ask them. I stream different games if I'm not streaming Tower of Fantasy right now, but enough of that. Enough blood. Now, I got 2 SSRs in my Golden Nucleus summons due to me getting 1 Pity SSR out of the 80 summons. Since I've gotten terminal rank up, I got the 80 Golden Nucleus and not 75. As well as 1 lucky pull, I guess, which in my opinion, it's average. You are most likely to get 2 SSRs. If you're lucky, you get 3. But 2 is a good number, and I can't complain, especially as a free-to-play. If you're lucky and get 3, and especially the 3 that you need, let's say you want a 3-star Samir, that's insane. That's a very good amount of SSRs you can get, as well as the tokens you get for the shop. The shop where you can choose, if you already have a Samir, to buy an additional weapon for 120 tokens. Now I did that because I had some tokens left over, but you only get 80. Depends if you have maxed out purples, you get additional tokens if you pull a purple. But that is a good amount, and to be honest, I got 3 SSRs out of 100%ing Vera, but I'm not gonna count that one because I bought it with the leftover tokens I had after the pulls. Now I did get 1 SSR out of my purple summons as well, which I can't give an opinion because there's no average regarding purple nucleuses. There might be one, but it's honestly gacha, and gacha is all about luck. And I got 1, I can't complain. 467 purple nucleuses, you are most likely to at least get 1 SSR, in my opinion. If you don't, well shit, you are very unlucky. But in my opinion, it is worth it from the nucleuses part. So if you only go for the nucleuses part and the supply pots, you're almost at that point where you're at 100%. So if you are a free-to-play player, and here is the answer if the 100%ing Vera Plains is actually worth it for you. If you are a free-to-play player that is looking for extra rewards, doesn't care about the new banners that I've just released, and just wants to maybe upgrade his Samir, King, whatever, Crow, then I have to say yes. But you also need to invest a lot of time. It took me around 2 days, 2 to 3 days, with breaks, but that's still a big amount of time. And in my opinion, if you don't have that time, just explore the map. If you find one, pick them up. What I recommend is you use an interactive map. So if later on you farm them, you know, or you can see where you've been already and which one you picked up already. And if you don't have time, honestly, just try to explore and get them one by one. You don't need to 100% it. It's just honestly for people that are actually looking for that high investment of time, but for high reward as well. And now if you are paid to win, no. Do not waste your time on Vera Plains. Now I'm saying pay to win, but I don't mean pay to win, because even if you pay, you are not immediately winning. But what I mean is if you are investing money into the game, you get enough rewards. You do not need to 100% Vera. I would give you the same answer to just simply focus on exploring a bit. If you see one, grab them, but do not go and waste your time for that 100%. Because in all honesty, I'm very disappointed that there is no dark crystals as a reward from the purple and golden supply pots. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you could at least form an opinion of if you should 100% Vera or not. And I will see you all maybe on stream if you visit me. If not, on the next video, which is probably gonna take another year since I'm inconsistent AF. And yeah, that's it. Bye.